Colônia é a casa da maior catedral da Europa. Inclusive é o ponto turístico que mais recebe gente na Alemanha. Cologne também é a casa do mais tradicional torneio de Counter-Strike, né, o IEM Cologne. E se a gente está falando disso, a gente tem que vir aqui, né, na SK. E o Alex Miller, CEO da SK, nos recebeu para um tour. Então vamos lembrar daquele momento, bicampeonato da SK com o time brasileiro aqui em Cologne, entre tantos outros títulos, porque esse daí mora no nosso coração. Então vamos nessa.
Hi, I'm Alex, CEO here at SK Gaming, doing this job for around 27 years now. Yeah, I'm an old guy. What can I say? I still do gaming and esports and love what I do. Here we are at the facility ground floor, headquarters in Cologne. This is the gym. Everything you see here. So if you want to do some cardio, if you want to pump iron, if you like to do Pilates, yoga, whatever, you can do it at our facility. It's actually built together with our head of fitness, athletics and everything. His name is Benjamin Kugel. You might know him. If this is for the Brazil community, I'm very sorry, but he is also, or he was the athletics coach of the German national football team back in 2014.
Yeah, we don't have, we have
no
great
memories. Yeah. No, sorry about that. But if you look at the pictures when Germany lifted the trophy in Brazil, Benjamin is on these pictures and he's taking care of everything physical with our players as well.
This is amazing.
And he's making sure that we are equipped the right way. So we have our own gym.
How big is this facility?
We have around 2,000 square meters here on 3 floors. So every floor is around 650 to 700 square meters. Yeah. This one is special because it has 6.5 meters in height. So it gives us lots of room to do stuff content-wise. The players feel comfortable over here. And you can see Marcelo, a couple of boxes in front of him. We're sorry about that. Sorry, Coldzera, but one of the winning moments or one of the striking moments that he had with us back in 2016, 2017, I don't know. And let me take you over to our next space. Obviously, you have a full locker room, showers, everything here. Get right, when he used to play for SK. He was with SK 2 times actually. Our kitchen, our trophy wall, but let's talk kitchen first. Chef Dan, who's walking out of the picture, coming back into the picture, he's making sure that everybody, staff, but also players when they're here, they get the right nutrition. He knows literally everything about every player, whether you're vegetarian, you don't like fish, you don't like mashed potatoes, he's taking care of everything.
And it smells so good.
Yeah, it's lunchtime in 6 minutes actually. Beautiful salad. What are we having today?
Pesto chicken.
Pesto chicken. Couscous. And couscous, there you go. Always a smoothie, always a ginger shot. This is how we roll. Trophy wall. We collected more than 80 World Cups. I think it's 29 on this shelf. Probably the most important ones for us. And as you guys are hitting IEM Cologne, this is ESL One Cologne 2016, and that is ESL One Cologne 2017. SK Gaming, the only team winning Cologne twice and back-to-back.
So back-to-back, yeah.
Yep.
Navi won it twice too.
Yeah, but not back-to-back.
That's true. You know what, I talked to Fer last week, and he said, Julia, will you please steal our trophy and I'll pay you for the lawyer.
Yeah. I think the 2016 is the original, but the 2017 is, we have a copy here and the team has the original.
Oh, nice.
The one he might refer to, refers to it, is probably the Blast one, that one, because I took the liberty of taking it with me because in the final I was actually standing behind the guys and coaching them. Well, if you can call it coaching. But yeah, that one is the original and he's probably keen on getting that one. Well, you can try, Fer, you can try, or you can just visit us. You're always welcome. This is a space that we use for events. We have our gigantic 4K crystal LED wall that we can use to have huge watch parties here. We use it for anything gaming when our teams play. We also watch.
How often do you have events here?
Well, probably 2-3 times a month on average, I would say.
Nice.
We also had kind of public viewing during the Euro Cup and football now. Sometimes when teams are here or when we feel like it, we watch some Champions League football here as well. So we use it for anything entertaining. We'll do have bigger brands come in here. We have other teams come in here and have their, I don't know, whatever meetings they need to have. As you can see with all the screens around, if you put the right graphics on them, whether your brand is yellow, green, or whatever, the whole facility will look like it, basically. So
this is beautiful.
Yep. And right now you can see all the beautiful Sony screens that we're going to use at Gamescom. Everything, technology, when it comes down to screens, cameras and whatnot, everything is Sony. That wall was actually at the Sony Center in Berlin. They exchanged the actual crystal wall over there, and this is what they gave us, and they have a new one installed there.
Nice.
Yeah. I'll take you upstairs now to the first floor. All right, so this is first floor, which is mainly, it's two parts. We are at content production right now. You can see that people always ask, what does SK stand for? Part of it is on that wall. Schröd, that's the first part, that's the S.
What does it mean?
Schröd is actually, it's a bad word for shrapnel in German. You know, when one of like our original players, they used to play Quake 3. And whenever they played, I don't know, DMC6 or something, they would pick up the quad, so they have quadruple damage. And one of the guys, Musa, he always picked it up, went on shotgun, and he always screamed, Schröd, Schröd, Schröd. This is where Schröd came from. And Commando comes from Phantom Commando, the movie with Schwarzenegger back in the days. So we put that together and it became Schröd Commando, which is SK.
Nice.
That's the story. But that's like 1997. Interview area, whenever we produce content, we produce it in here. We run leagues for our partners. We run events for our partners. And up here, we have everything technology-wise that you can use for that. We have a caster desk. We have the wall back there that you can use. You can put different backgrounds on it and run literally any show in gaming, esport, whatever you want to do. Interview situation, obviously you can put your partners in there. Some storage, streaming room, if we have streamers over here, working stations for content. And this is basically the room where most of the magic happens when we produce something. You can work on every screen in the building, on the 3 floors. You can tell each and every screen what to run on that screen from this office. This is what Bastian uses mainly. He has his boards over there for sound and video, and he can do everything from here. We have our own server infrastructure.
This is almost like a TV station.
It is like we're kind of a media house, pumping out more content for ourselves, from ourselves, but also for our partners, obviously. And this is heavily used for that. So we produce a lot. And to give you a glimpse, this is where we store most of the stuff that we need for production, whether that's lights, whether that's monitors we need for people to watch, or whether that's a green screen. This is the caster desk. We can separate it in 3 parts and have it at events. So we can move it around. It doesn't have to stay here on the first floor, but we can run literally everything you could think of.
This is amazing.
Yeah, production value that we can bring to the table is actually quite good quality-wise. Servers getting ready for Gamescom here. Yeah, and now second part of the first floor, this is basically where the players are. 3 practice rooms, small kitchen, that's what we start with. Then this is practice 1, which is a room that is used by FC Cologne, the local football club. They are shareholder at SK, but also have their own EAFC entity. And this is where they practice, this is where they create their content from. So this is kind of rented out to them.
So if someone wants to come over here in boot camp, they...
Sure. Well,
Nice.
We have teams come here, boot camp. We have events from other teams. This is practice 2, the smaller practice room that we use for our teams if we have more than one team on site. You can see the SK Ladies, our Counter-Strike team from back in the days. And what you also see is that we have the huge camera over here. So whenever you have a league production and we need to give video signals to them, that's the overall view. And then each and every desk will have a camera perspective from the player, and we can deliver everything to the outside, right? We have 4 glass fiber connections within the building for us. So whatever we need to deliver to the outside world in terms of video, we can deliver on the highest quality. We have a little locker room over here, which is also used for,
nice.
yeah, that's kind of, we call it NBA style. So if you're a player, usually your jersey is in here and there's a picture. You can put your stuff in here. You can actually come in with your street clothes and then change into beautiful SK clothing. And then like every week we do have our physios come here and work on our players, on their muscles, something to stiffen up, then lay down, half an hour, 45 minutes, 1 hour, whatever is needed. So it's not only working out downstairs, it's not only nutrition, it's also we're taking care of the body of our players whenever we can.
Incredible.
Yeah.
It must be so cool, like thinking back in the days when you started this and looking at it now.
It wasn't there. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Another streaming setup room that we have if players need it. And this is obviously, it's practice 3. The numbers are kind of confusing, but it is the main practice room. As you can see, one of the most important moments for us, that is ESL One Cologne 2016.
I look at that and I want to cry.
We
missed that.
I had this conversation with Gabriel yesterday. Part of our presentation is usually the ESL after movie from 2016. We have a cut down version of it, and I have it in almost every presentation I do. And 8 years later, whenever I do this presentation, and I'm obviously shutting up while this movie runs, goosebumps every single time, even after 8 years. And when Gabriel or one of the other guys is here, it's usually, let's hug it out, man. It was a beautiful moment.
It
obviously.
was.
Yeah.
It still is. Like everyone in Brazil, we focused, we stayed in that moment, and we haven't realized what our Counter-Strike is like nowadays.
Yeah. I mean, these guys were a starting point for what the scene from Brazil is nowadays, and they did a lot of heavy lifting and created something, a magical moment that put a lot of other players on the map that we see these days. So yeah, but this is the main practice room. So our main team would always be here. We have kind of the same facility in Berlin. Mm-hmm. It's a bit smaller, but it has all the assets. It has a gym, it has the kitchen and everything. It has content. It doesn't have the headquarter offices, obviously, and it doesn't have 3 practice rooms. That's only for Cologne. But the main team would always be here.
And in terms of Counter-Strike, where is SK sitting at right now?
Not possible for us. Still not possible. We love the game. We love watching it. We follow the tournaments. I saw most of the matches Gabriel played here in Cologne. And cheered him up, told him, hey, this round wasn't bad, this round was good, you created space here. You know, we're still in these discussions, still love the game. But for us as a company, unfortunately, it's not possible due to German societies and sponsors looking at Counter-Strike as a shooter, and they don't want to be involved too much. So Fortnite is okay, Valorant is okay, but we haven't gotten them to the step where Counter-Strike is okay for them as well. But I think eventually we're getting there at some point.
Yes. I used to work at a Brazilian TV station, and we had the same problem with broadcasts. Yeah. If it's Rainbow Six, attack and defense, it's all good. But counter-terrorists and terrorists was always an issue.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I think it's okay. Esports and gaming has to grow up, and we can't always say the older generation is stupid because they don't understand us. At some point, we have to understand them as well and their fears. Personally, I believe that Counter-Strike is a huge part of the esports ecosystem, and we'd love to be a part of it. But
currently, what teams are you in?
So we play League of Legends on the LEC level, which is kind of the Champions League for League of Legends in Europe. We play on an ERL, European Regional League level, and the German League, Prime League. The Prime League qualifies into kind of a Euro Cup. We're in that as well. We also have a diversity team because we have so much discussion around there's only players, there's only male players on the competitive level, and you always have these discussions around that. So we created a project, we call it Avarosa. In Valorant we call it Nebula, where we actually take female players, we take them under contract, and we train them exactly the same way we train the boys. Because we want to see where their ceiling is. We want to develop them. We want to create a safe space for them so they can develop through the leagues, becoming pros themselves. But I think it's like, and we created an ecosystem with that. We started probably 3 or 4 years ago with that. And you saw in the other room that with Counter-Strike, with a female team, we've always invested into female gaming as well. And we want to support that and keep on doing that. So that's our third team, kind of in League of Legends. Then we do have a national ERL level Valorant team. We want to see if we can make it into VCT long term. When VCT was open to get a franchise tag, we weren't ready. We couldn't do Valorant. Now we can do Valorant, so we're trying to work with that. We're working a lot with Brawl Stars. We're working with Clash Royale, so some mobile titles as well. We're trying to figure out how Fortnite could work for us right now. We do have influencers in EAFC, but that's it. That's the lineup we have. So it's usually we have 40 to 45 players and coaches under contract.
So this is...
Yeah, that's my office. I like to have a view, obviously.
And who is this?
This is Rontu, our dog. One of the dogs here. Sometimes we have 3 dogs at the office, which is, well, I mean, they're all doing a great job, so it's fine. All calm. No esports guys. Yeah, that's the goat. He is the official animal of FC Cologne, of the football club here. His name's Hennis, and they gave Hennis a nice SK look and feel, so we have it here as well. And for fur, he has that one. That came along with the trophy that Fur wants, but he doesn't get it. Anyway.
Nice.
Yeah. Yep, so that's basically it. That's SK.
Thank you so much for having us.
You're welcome. And yeah, we had, funny part is that we have a hotel over there, which is, in terms of it's very cost efficient. And we had some guys from Brazil, 3 younger guys coming here, and then they were walking downstairs, and they were like, we know that logo. And then all of a sudden they were inside the facility, and they were like, oh shit, this is SK. And we just moved in, and so the trophy wall wasn't even there. I decided, okay, I'm going to give them the full tour, and I gave them the tour. And you remember the room we were in with the green screen and the caster desk? This is where all the trophies were standing around. And I took them there, and I said, hey, and this is 2016 and 2017. And they were so amazed. They lifted them up, they took pictures. It looks crappy, but So sometimes we have you have classes come here from Denmark, from France, whatever, and then they realize, shit, this is SK, basically. Then they come in, and we can't give everybody a tour, but we're open to it, open to the idea. Maybe at some point I'll sell booking a tour at SK.
I'm sure that many Brazilians will come for this.
Oh, have you seen the ball? That's actually, you remember when we played football 2017? After ESL 1.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we played this match against VP, against Virtus Pro. That was a lot of fun. It was actually in the stadium, in the big one. And this is actually the ball we played with. I keep it here. And also, there's Fur on display. If he didn't take one of these balls with him, then, I mean, that's around 31. That's on him. It's not on me. I'll keep that one as well.
Tá vendo, né, Fê?